Hello, fans. This is Travis McCurdy here with Northwood Volleyball head coach Tim Koth. We're here to talk a little bit about the upcoming season. Coach Koth, you got a lot of young players mixed in with a lot of experience, and it's like a very exciting time for Northwood Volleyball.
Yeah, I think so. We're a couple days into preseason. We're looking forward to seeing how we do, but it's been interesting so far, blending the new kids with the veteran returners, and they've gotten off to a great start so far.
Let's talk about some of how practice has gone so far with those veterans and the mixed youth players who've stood up so far.
Well, really, with the young players, they've collectively kind of stood out. They've brought in a great deal of energy, a great deal of effort and enthusiasm, and I think it's really been kind of infectious between them to our returning players, and it's kind of starting to develop into a real positive snowball of a lot of energy, a lot of hustle so far. So we're pretty excited about that.
Only a couple seniors on the team. How have they dealt with that role as leaders coming in so far?
Well, it's definitely the biggest roster we've ever had here at Northwood with 18 players in the program, so it has been a great challenge. We had meetings early with Rachel Hamblin and our other captains who are returners. And they've really set up some structure, trying to make sure that we stay really organized and do a good job of disseminating information between the new players, returning players, and kind of how we do things and what's expected. So they've done a good job so far, and we'll see if we can keep it up.
Let's go kind of position by position, look at some of the players on the team. Setter, Jordan Dunn's been in that spot for a while now. She's a junior, now upperclassman. How do you think she's progressed from her first time on campus to now?
Well, I think she's definitely more vocal. She's always been a competitive player, but she's one of those people that we'd consider like an internal competitor, keeps everything inside, not real vocal. And in her position as a quarterback, she really needs to exert a little bit more communication, and I think she's really started to develop that. As she's matured as an individual, she's gotten a little bit more external on the court, and she's more comfortable with actually verbally directing traffic and telling people what we need to do and how we need to get there. And she's done a real nice job, and she's had a little bit of support from a personality standpoint with Rachel, because Rachel is a senior, a little bit more mature player, and she's been very bubbly and able to give her some energy too. And we like the mix there with Jacqueline Kimmett coming in and joining them, because she's a very talented freshman at that position as well.
Talk about some of your outside. Zina Lubimova is back. You got a lot of other players back as well. I mean, what are you looking for those players?
Well, I think that position's going to be a strength of ours when we settle it in. We really like the athleticism and the explosiveness and the experience that our freshmen are bringing in Megan Cleary and Krista Kramer. But we have Ali Humayan, who was our starting left side last year, along with Zina Lubimova, both returning. Ali looks like we're going to probably switch positions for her for this fall. We're probably going to move her over to the right side. Zina's going to switch roles a little bit too, although she'll still be on the outside. She's probably going to be our second outside, which means it's going to be a little bit more suited to her strengths, which she's going to be a combo attacker and a little bit more of a tempo attacker. The biggest impact is going to be our mid-year transfer last year, Julia Pakomenko. She's a big physical outside, probably the most dynamic outside that we've had since 2005 when we had Goran Americic.
Talk about some of your middles too now. I mean, you got some experience, again, sort of like everything else, a lot of youth, but you got some experience as well.
Yeah, I think at each one of the positions we've got really good balance. We've got some veteran experienced leadership, and then we've got some talented youth around them to balance the positions. And the same thing for in the middle. We have Tatiana Reich returning in the middle. She was honorable mention All-League for the last 2 years. Kristen Pershnall will be back, and she was a part-time starter last year, got a lot of experience, had some great matches, especially against crosstown rival Saginaw. She had some great matches there. And two very talented youngsters that are coming in to join them in Cassandra Marsh and Courtney Scott. Both very explosive with extremely high reaches. They're going to do a real nice job in the middle, and that position should be very competitive amongst themselves, which is going to make us a lot better there.
Now let's go to the back. You've got Liz Barker back as your libero, but you've also got Erin Humayan and again, a lot of new faces as well.
Yeah, that position is going to be interesting. I think that one will be the one that might be the most competitive in terms of there isn't a set returner that's going to be on the floor 100% of the time, and people are playing for roles. I mean, people are playing right now, competing to play. Elizabeth was the incumbent. She had played as a starter for us, but Erin had a great spring, and statistically she was significantly better than Liz in the spring, so those two have already been going at it. And then you add in Chelsea Green, who was a junior college transfer to us, but she also had time in the GLIAC already. As a freshman, she was at Northern Michigan, transferred from there back to the JUCO, and now she's back in the GLIAC here at Northwood. An experienced player, and then we bring in maybe one of the most athletic players we've ever had at the libero since I've been at Northwood, in Lisa Kissel, out of the metropolitan Detroit area, and she's an athletic kid that's going to really push them as well. So that's a very interesting mix, and it'll be really interesting to see who's going to win the starting jobs and what roles the other players are going to play out for.
Well, Tim, thanks for coming on, and you guys open up Labor Day weekend at Ferris State Tournament, and really looking forward to the season.
Sounds good. Thanks so much.
Thank you for watching.